water.
All right. Let's since he's gone away.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, Kaitlin, you're with who?
I'm
Mike.
with Mike.
Jen and Mike are together.
And you're going to talk to the Demixie, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So the two of you guys drive on back, all the way back
Oh, geez.
to +6. Okay. Is that right? No, it's not.
Yeah, you're doing the same thing I was doing.
Yeah. Where are you?
5, I think.
Is it 5?
4.
We're
4.
Yeah,
all the way to 4. Okay, so that's that's basically 150 miles. It'll take you probably 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You drive on down to the Demixie homeworld, and which is to the alt, and then you can jump on the jet car down to the Demixie homeworld.
Not the jet car. Now Mike might have some fun with it. I don't know.
He didn't like it last time.
Mike, have you ever ridden the jet car before?
The jet, you mean the rocket car? Yes, I had.
Yeah.
It took some good drugs to get me through it.
I mean, you can, if you want, just drive. Because I'm assuming you're in the ambulance.
I will just go in the ambulance.
Okay.
We don't have the ambulance.
We got the. I keep wanting to call it the RV.
It's the truck.
The truck.
We'll go in the truck.
Yeah.
You're okay. Well,
Summers.
The Summers ATV.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, all right. So you go and you drive on down there. It's pretty tight, going down there because the jet thing is right next to you. And there's an off chance that you might see suddenly something rocketing towards you.
Oh no!
Because they're coming from the other direction, or whatever. Okay. So anyways,
sure, yeah.
It's literally right next to where you drive. So and let's say the Summers ATV is a pretty wide vehicle because it's designed to be an expeditionary vehicle. So it's about as wide as as a 18-wheeler truck cab. Okay. But anyways, so you drive on down there, and then you basically find and go through the portal, and there you are inside actually you're right outside the big opening of the big giant metal construct that they've been working on as long as you've been seeing them. There's a door that's open, and of course, and so you can drive right on in there. You're immediately, I'm assuming that you are not, since you're not on a world or anything like that, you're immediately struck by how bad the air smells.
Yeah,
it's really polluted. And because you can see all the stuff they're doing, they're working with solvents, they're doing all kinds of stuff with metal work. They've got a lot of machinery that works off of basically diesel engines out here. The cranes,
sure.
The welding has to be done with acetylene torches because of course you don't have electrical welding. So
right.
So there's lots and lots of stuff going on. So this stinks pretty bad here. Okay. And you can go inside, and when you do that, then and then you can get access to the various portals. The portal that you're wanting to go to is the Kambuka staging area, because that's where the IDET buildings are, and that's where their basically the alien core warehouse that you basically got the vehicle from.
Okay.
Yeah, and of course it does have that that's the same. Has good air conditioning, has power and all that stuff, so it can have
There you
filtered
go.
air and things like that. And um, uh, the inside of the warehouse also is filtered for the similar reasons. Most of the most of the Demixi don't seem to, the air doesn't seem to bother them. They just, but it's kind of comical because you hear them wheezing because their voices come out of, their air, they breathe through spiracles. And so you hear them wheezing and you're like, yeah, man, you should, you should do something about this pollution. That asthma sounds really bad.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. So anyway, so you go and check in with. Basically, you can go in and take your bags inside to the building that's basically the IDET bunkhouse, and at which point you can either try to communicate with the government of Demixi, or you can go next door to the which is actually there's a connecting corridor to it. Go into the warehouse and talk to the guy you've done so much with, who's helped you like build stuff and get stuff and all that stuff. The foreman of the warehouse. So what do you want to do?
Let's try the foreman first, I guess. That would be, I think, we're more familiar with him. He speaks our lingo a little bit better.
All right.
I'm following your lead, Mr. Engineer.
I think he's thinking.
I was going to follow your lead.
I think he speaks nice lingo better because you're both basically, big on repair and
that's why I said I'm following the engineer's lead.
Okay.
All right, so you go on in there, and he's over there working on something. It looks like he's trying to pull an engine out of some piece of machinery.
Alrighty.
And so he basically you see him hoisting this engine on spider webbing, of course, as he's pulling it up. With like six of his 8 legs, busy doing that, while the other 2 are grabbing on knobs and making it go right or left or something like that.
Now, if I'm referring, it's a technical question. Would I use metric units or imperial units if I'm talking to this guy?
Oh, okay. I've forgotten what
I know that's a hard question, so I tried to get it out of the way.
Because the fact is, they probably have their own measurements. Okay.
Well, Michael will have to convert in his head, but basically, I'm going to say something like,
but he's
nice
familiar
engine.
with both because he's gotten equipment from Earth Prime and he's had to work on it.
Oh, okay, then okay. Nice engine. How many cc's?
Oh, well, this is this is an engine for a bulldozer, and
all right.
So it has about 5,000 cc's in it.
Yeah, that's a big engine. Yeah.
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 We use it to make a mountain into a molehill.
Oh man, hey. Yeah, I'm gonna cut right to the chase. Do you mind?
Yeah, he takes 2 of his arms and goes, like, see what I did there? Yeah.
But
Earth idiom, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you need, buddy?
Well, our home is in a shitload of trouble, man.
Well, I've heard that that you've got a whole lot of people that are always like causing trouble and all this stuff called politics and stuff going on. I mean, I wouldn't be able to keep up with it. Give me a nice monarchy that rules the entire planet. I'm all for that. Let's just let the queens talk to each other and we just do what we're told. Life is simpler that way.
It's a lot worse than that. Pirates have invaded our home.
Pirates?
Platform.
You mean like
our platform. Excuse me.
How'd they get their boats on there?
Land pirates.
Yard sailing?
Make a roll to see if he knows what I mean by that. Oh, geez.
Oh wow.
Understood. Yard sales.
All right. So
Selling your
you
yard.
seem to be nonplussed, Mike. He looks at you and he says, "Wait a second. Are you talking about fringe pirates?"
I am.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why we built that whole thing. This whole thing out on the platform was so that we would never ever have to worry about fringe pirates ever again.
Well, we got to worry about them. They invaded our platform and got into our base and all sorts of shit.
We don't know that.
I mean, Hatsumi Base has been invaded.
You got it, man.
You know that's not true, right?
Oh, I thought it
I
was
do.
true. Backing up.
They're on the alt
I thought
platform.
that. I thought it.
They're on the alt
was
platform.
true.
You have no idea what's going on with
Prime.
on the Prime.
All right. Okay. I'm not. Chuck isn't 100% sure about what's going on, but I give this guy the straight scoop on what's going on because I'm not exactly sure.
Okay, well, yeah, because you don't have that much information. So all you know
I
is
give him what
that,
information I've got.
okay, so your Earth, yeah, you guys are so confusing. Your Earth Prime alt platform, yeah, is got occupied by fringe pirates, unknown number of them, who may have gone down to your Prime platform, but you don't know. And
That's the straight poop.
right, and they seem to, and somehow they seem to be smarter than you guys because they seem to know how to make the fringe system protect them. And is that about right?
Yep.
You are essentially correct.
Okay, I'm essentially correct. Am I wrong in any important?
Not that I know of. Not that I
Okay,
know.
all right. So wow, that sucks.
Tell me about it.
And so just wondering here, is our boy down there fighting the good fight with you guys?
Bruce, is he? Or I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's according to this thing there are two Demixi. So there's two Demixi that are part of the alien corps. So
right.
So they could either be there, or there actually could be on the other side, exploring on the negative direction.
We don't know.
You haven't seen any Demixi.
And see, I haven't seen any Demixis, so
he's either they've already been captured, or they're on the negative side, right?
Yeah, sure.
Oh man, that sucks. Okay.
Tell me about it.
All right. So geez. Well, we got to rescue those guys, I guess.
Yeah, we're hoping to grab a.
So how can I mean, we got a lot of guys. I mean, it's a relatively large number of guys who are actually working, doing the construction out on the Prime platform. So the question is are you saying you need our guys? Or
absolutely.
What? Absolutely. So the more the merrier. Is that the deal?
You got it.
So what's your plan?
Well, we haven't gotten that far yet. We're hoping that we know that you got. I'm not a army type. Well, actually, I am. I'm not a tactics kind of person. So you're hoping some of your better military minds could hear the situation and come up with a plan.
Wait, Mike. Just before we left, I remember Jason, Jason and a couple of people talking about getting the big guns. I don't necessarily know what that means.
Ooh.
As a character, I'm saying that I don't necessarily know what that means. Maybe you do.
Well, one of our team members suggested getting some big guns.
Oh, so you want like some serious military hardware, right?
Absolutely, yeah, something.
So like the equivalent of like a tank or something, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure. Now you're talking.
Okay. Okay. Because I mean, the last time you were here, you want how. By the way, how did that how did that airship we made for you? How did that work out?
It did its job. It worked fairly well.
Okay.
Oh.
Because you're not like looking for doing that, right?
No, we're not looking for that. No.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. I really can't advise you. I make stuff. I don't, but sure. We'll we should send this message on to the queen, and
Yes.
and and see what she has to say about this.
Okay. That sounds like a plan.
Yeah, she's she's not just a pretty Kuwaika,
Aha. Very good.
Anyways,
Waka?
yeah, the old the old days where all the queens were good for was we're pumping out soldiers and stuff like that.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah, now they're they're deeply involved in the possible political. Like I said, not all queens work together, and every so often a queen will have an issue with another queen, and we'll have a little skirmish, little war, little total nuclear destruction. It happens.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Normal stuff.
Yeah, the normal stuff. Anyways, but that hasn't happened for a while, so that's good.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
They're actually.
Okay, hold on. Excuse me. I'm connected from my phone because my cable modem decided to disconnect, and I'm not sure if it's like a glitch or what. So.
Well, we can hear you, Ken, but we're not doing something with your character right now. So.
Right. I just connected, missed a few minutes connecting to this phone. So.
Okay. Well,
all right. Well,
you're not currently with the group that we're talking right now. So
okay.
So you
haven't missed anything.
So I didn't miss it. So I didn't really miss a few minutes. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so
okay.
He's like, he's like, okay, so go ahead. We're going to go and send it. Why don't you go over to help me write this? Okay, go over
sure,
to the
no
terminal.
problem.
And of course he's he's basically a two-puncher kind of thing.
Oh, even I type better than that.
Well, I mean,
all them arms and only two typing.
Actually, well, he's got hands, okay, but he's
the two fingers thing.
The two fingers thing, yeah.
No, thank you.
So, anyways, so he's like he says, okay, to her most ceremoniously great and awesome queen, may your reign last forever. Your humble servant, so and so at the Alien Core warehouse is meeting. Has had a request from from an IDET team for some big guns. Are we authorized to give such things to the IDET explorers? And of course, they will. They need to be operational on the Fringe Pass, so we'll have to do some modification. But is that okay?
All right.
I mean, anyways, and so he's looking at you guys, by the way, saying, is this okay? I would say just send it the way it is.
Looking good.
Looks good to me.
You're not going to define big guns in any way. Okay, that's
apparently
great.
Not.
Okay, so apparently not.
Apparently not.
All right, so she sends it off. Okay, and then 10 minutes later, a message comes back going, what is the justification for said big guns? How many big guns and what kind of big guns? This is very sketchy and not up to your normal quality of work. And he's like saying, says, well, yeah, and he basically says, great forgiveness added. My heart is sorrowful. I'm, he says it's the Earth Prime alternate platform has been occupied by fringe pirates, and they want to get rid of them. So that's why they need the big guns.
I didn't know how much your queen understood about fringe paths.
She understands as much as anybody does who hasn't been there.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good then. That's very good.
I mean, I've never been on the fringe paths. I'm not fringeworthy.
Huh.
So, yeah. But anyways, it sounds like a cool place.
But one would hope so.
But I would just get so lonely for the warmth of the brood and cuddling with 1,000 of my brothers and sisters. So
I hear you.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm not sure I would be the right person for it. The two that are out there exploring, I mean, they must have just their hearts must be like iron, that they can just stand the loneliness. Can you imagine the loneliness that they must be experiencing? So he says, you should. He says, your IDET should take special care to make sure that they're feeling good about themselves, because we're a sensitive race. We're a sensitive race,
That's what I've heard. Yeah, I've heard.
Yeah. Anyways, so he sends that off. Sorry. Here's the details that as I understand them. Okay, and then they comes back and says, okay, says, all right, and how many? What is the armament of the French pirates? Okay, and how many of them are there? And what any defenses have they mounted on the alternate platform? And he just turns around, looks at you, and goes, "Well."
Bruce, have we been able to make some guesstimates from the people who were there when the pirates invaded?
Well, unfortunately, the guy who was in better shape was still unconscious, and the guy who was he just kind of like woke up and just kind of raved a bit. Then he fell unconscious again. Had to take him back into surgery for more surgery.
Okay.
And so what you got was him, babbling about the fact that the French portals themselves were attacking them as they tried to go through, and there were they were able to identify that they were using their standard armored personnel carriers with the 20 millimeter cannons on them and machine guns and things like that. And they also had some what looked to be like concrete barriers that were placed in front of the travel portals, so that, or at least on the alternate plus and minus side, and they noticed those. The center of the platform seemed to be clear, but and they didn't really notice whether or not there was whether anything was going on over at the guy didn't mention about that, but he probably was looking over toward the portal that went to Earth Prime in the Earth Prime platform. So that was, and there seemed to be quite a few vehicles. He didn't give much of a count because it was only a matter of a few seconds before. I mean, first off, they're getting attacked by a bunch of fringe pirates. They shoot at the fringe pirates, and then the portals attack them, and then they screaming in agony and pain. They manage to from bullets and energy blasts. Two of them this bigger guy managed to crawl, throw himself back and crawl back through the portal, and that was and then he was later and somebody managed to so there were some people on the other side, and they grabbed him and came back. Okay, so that's and that was the last that anybody.
All right. I informed.
That's all I know. Now the other guy, he might have recovered at some point. I mean, in the 6 hours that you left, I mean, you've been gone, or 4 hours. The 4 hours you've been gone, he might have regained consciousness. You don't know. But that's what they know. There's multiple fringe pirate vehicles. They are the standard vehicles you're aware of. And what is unknown is, and there's like concrete barriers and possibly mines on the ground. Again, which would not affect individuals probably, but definitely would affect vehicles. Sure. And and the fact that the portals were attacking, so it's that's what they that seems to be the big thing, and you were attacked from the sides, so they were expecting someone to come through the portal, and they had people there, in preparation. Now, the one thing that you need to remember is that the portals, when you come out of a portal on the from either the roadway or from the world, you always go out the side that's toward the center of the platform. You never come out the side that's the other way. So
okay.
So if you had any plans of like trying to sneak through the portal, the backside, it doesn't work like that.
All right. Okay.
So he goes, okay, so he basically, you tell him that. He goes, wow, he says that they weaponized the portals. That's amazing. How did they do that?
Yes. We don't know.
How did they do that?
We don't know how they did it.
No, that could be a problem.
They have knowledge that we don't have.
Okay, well,
we hope to find out one day.
Okay, so your guy, he was what? Did he suffer radiation damage? Was he burned? Was it just like gunfire from the bullets firing from the people that were attacking from the sides?
Okay. Mike assisted Jason when he was working on this guy, so I describe what I know to our friend.
Go ahead and give me a medical check, a first aid check.
All right, okay.
So you can understand what condition this guy was in.
All right, okay. See, what's my pulls up my character sheet here. His healing is D6.
Okay.
Okay. 4.
Okay, was that the best of 2 rolls?
Yeah, it was. I rolled 2 dice 6, and the better of the 2 was a 4.
Okay, so yeah, he definitely was burned. He had burn marks on him, and he also had holes in him from gunfire, and that was pretty much it. So the energy blast affected him as some kind of a heat blast. You don't recall Jason mentioning anything about radiation damage or any of the the tests that would have been done, like checking the blood and seeing that the blood had suffered any kind of an effect like that. I mean, if it's just been X-ray, then you'd be checking the blood for things like free radicals and stuff like that. But he didn't mention that to you, so maybe it was that, and he just didn't mention it. But definitely, this guy was burned a lot. Basically,
Okay.
his body armor had been like melted onto his skin.
It was, yeah, it was really
So they had to basically peel the skin, and the skin off of this guy.
and not pretty.
Yeah, but the biggest damage was actually from the bullets, penetrating his armor from the close-in weapon fire from the pirates. So all right, so yes, so it's as far as you know, it's like a laser blast.
Okay.
So, and that's
all right. All right. I explain all that.
Okay. All right. So the guy's like, okay, and so he sends that off, and so they say, all right. So it sounds like all right. So basically, it comes back and it says it sounds like you need a vehicle that has a defense against energy weapons, okay, like lasers and things like that,
right?
And also is able to stand up to weapon fire. But of course, the problem is that the you've got those concrete things and possibly some mines. So so there's a real problem with that. Okay. I mean, if this was going to be some kind of, I mean, are you looking to collect more data, or are you trying to make some kind of an return assault?
I think we're going to make an assault.
Okay. Because it's possible that you could take a vehicle and just kind of try to launch it, from the top of the ramp and land it in the center of the platform. I'm not quite sure what the delta V would be necessary for that.
Me neither.
And but because you said that the center of the platform was clear, so
yes,
maybe there's that possibility. So they're like, there is one possibility you could try.
Okay.
And that is you could try to go through the portal really, really fast and deploy essentially fly up in the air and deploy something equivalent to a big, streamer type parachute, and maybe get it to hang in the air either long enough to get to the center or just to float across the platform, and then either and maybe have launchers on the bottom of the vehicle and make and put all the armor on the bottom. What do you think?
Not sure.
Okay, I really think this is something that you guys should be coming up with, and not me as your GM. So I'm going to basically toss a few of these ideas at you. And
all right, and we'll discuss them. And
I think you should basically, they seem to be okay with the idea of doing this. So I think you should go back and discuss it with your team members.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Now, is there any equipment you need to, like emergency equipment you need to take back with you?
Well,
look, I mean, food seems to be taken care of between
that's true.
or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who are injured. Maybe some more field medical supplies.
Okay. All right. Well, we're not humans here, but you're welcome to take all the field medical supplies that you have in the IDET hut and such, and they can give you some basically liquid. It's basically it's liquid
Bandage?
web material, okay, that you can like spray out and cover things with, and it'll form a protective barrier and seal things, you know.
Ooh, cool.
I mean, because they produce that thing anyways, yeah. So
Right.
that might be, you know, that might be useful. You know, it's kind of like a second skin. It's designed more, you know, for you know, they have commercial versions, but they also have like medical ones that they use to cover over injuries and things like that. But it's still designed for their bodies, not for humans. So, you know, anyways, so go ahead and do that, you know, and collect all the stuff you can from the IDA place, you know, and the supplies or whatever. You might want to pick up a few, you know, just anything that you might have that's, you know, extra ammo, extra, you know, any extra weapons that might be there.
Okay.
And just, you know, more camping gear, you know, because I mean, there's a lot of people that, I mean, everybody who's a fringe explorer should have their own camping gear, but I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you might want to bring back some. I don't know what their supplies of diesel is, but you might want to bring back some diesel too.
Okay. All right. That sounds like a plan.
You've got the Hummer, the Summers ATV, so you can bring at least a couple of barrels of diesel back.
Sounds good. A few 55-gallon drums, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Load her up.
So, all right, and then head on back. Okay. And,
sounds good.
We go ahead and roll to see. Let's see. Whether you have any fringe weather on the way back, and I'll just let you deal with that.
What am I rolling? Perks?
Roll me a D6.
Okay. 3.
Okay. You. Yeah, you run into fringe weather. And now roll me a D100.
85.
Okay, and where is this? This is recent. I need to go. I'm sorry, what was it?
95.
I thought you said 85.
95. Oh, geez.
It's got to get really fun.
How bad is it?
Yeah, it always is. I don't know. Let's find out. Oh, it's in Fringeworthy. There we go. All right, and we go to Infinite Crossroads. And see what page new fringe weather is. Come on, dude. Open up. There you go.
It doesn't want it because it knows how bad it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
This is all the new fringe weather, so page 23. Zippity. 16. There we go. And you rolled a 95, did you say?
Yep. I'm now an adolescent ibex.
Oh, cool. Okay. You ran into a life storm.
What?
Life storm.
Which is a life storm, and that's one of the older ones. I just have the descriptions for the new ones.
All right.
So if you got the D20 edition, or actually or the 1992 edition, just go up and look at the fringe weather and see what life storms do for you.
A life storm?
Life, L-I-F-E, life storm.
Like,
I think
a life storm would be disgusting, but
yeah. Don't get me started. Don't tempt me. Anyways, yeah.
I'm looking at the D92.
Well, let him do that. Okay. So
Oh,
anyways,
okay.
so let's go back and talk to Chen Wei and whoever's going with him. That would be whoever's playing Gandalf. So who's doing that?
I guess that would be me.
Oh, you again. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Well,
if
in
someone
that
else
case,
wants to, that's fine.
well, in that case,
Yeah,
Mike, don't look it up. Let Jason look it up because you're
I go look it up,
all
Jason.
right. So Chen Wei and and Gandalf are going to drive basically through the portal and try to skip the platform. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're driving on down the road, and let me ask you a question: how fast are you driving?
However, whatever speed we normally drive. Actually, how slow can we make this? Like,
Slow can you drive? You can
yeah,
get out and push it yourself if you want to.
no. Let's just go at like, I don't know, 5 miles an hour.
Okay, well that's going to take you 10 hours to get to get
But
to the.
no. I mean 5 miles an hour where we're actually at the portal.
Well, I'm asking you, how fast are you driving on the Fringe Pass?
Oh, aside from at the portal, the normal speed. But when I go and try to skip the portal, I'm going to slow down.
Oh, okay, all right. Um, okay, so so how far out from the portal do you want to do this big slowdown?
Um, far enough that like
No,
maybe
I want you to give me a number. Give me a number.
do you want to know when I start to slow down or when I finish the slowdown?
Well, I don't know. Are you like you go like at 40 miles an hour and then for 100
Well,
feet
well,
go
I don't want to name a
35?
number.
I don't know.
Well,
You know,
Bruce, the point is I want to avoid naming a number and have you say, okay, you slow
yeah,
down.
and I want you to name a number so I can do exactly that. So come on, buck up,
Okay.
buddy.
Okay. At about, in that case, what I'm going to do is this. Um,
Such a
before we
weasel.
even get close to the portal, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna stop the vehicle, and then I'm gonna um put a marker on the road, and then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna move backwards, and then I'm gonna go at normal speed up to the marker, and then I'm going to slow down until I get to 5 miles an hour, and I'm going to see how far past the marker I got in order to slow down, so I know how much leeway I need to give myself.
Are you trying to figure out how long it takes you to stop or something?
No, I need to figure out how long it takes me to slow down to 5 miles an hour.
Oh, okay. Well, the vehicle you're driving, I'm assuming, is the Humvee uh, ambulance, right?
It's whatever we have. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's the Humvee ambulance because they took the Summers.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, okay. So it takes you, about 5 seconds. I probably, I mean, if you're really trying to put on the brakes, are you really trying to put on the brakes?
I'm braking at a normal speed.
No such thing, sir.
Okay, well, I'm not really trying to put on the brakes. I'm just braking to get down to 5 miles an hour.
Okay, so I'll say it takes you 5 seconds to do that.
How much
And
distance does it take?
that would be like 150 feet.
Okay, then I'm gonna start slowing down. Let's say 150 plus another 50 ahead of the portal.
So
So that
200 feet away, you're
by
going to start.
by the time I get to 50, I will be at 5 miles an hour.
Bruce,
Okay.
imagine your grandmother driving and then cut that in half.
Yeah. Okay. So you basically slow down until you're like 50 feet from the portal, and you're now traveling at 5 miles an hour.
Yes.
Okay. And you're rolling up toward the portal.
And I do what I did before to get the portal to.
And you see ahead of you, there seems to be a bunch of dark things on the ground ahead of you.
I stop.
Okay, you stop.
I look at them without touching them.
So you're going to get out of your vehicle and drive up, or walk
No,
up, or what?
in fact, let's say I stay in the vehicle and I use a pair of binoculars.
It looks an awful lot like they're the bodies of some of the people that didn't make it back through the portal.
Mm.
So it looks like the pirates basically threw the bodies of some of your comrades through the portal out onto the fringe path.
Oh, wait a minute, Bruce. What side am I on? Did I already go to the negatives?
No, you're on the positive side of the fringe path that goes between 0 and 1.
Okay. Have I? So we started on the negatives, or did we start on the positives?
You started in the positives. You're heading toward
We
toward zero alternate.
Okay, and I have already practiced so that I'm able to do this portal skip.
You practiced, you practiced on the alternate 1 on the other side of the alternate 1, so you could skip over to the other side, and you've done that at positive 1 alt. Yes, you have practiced.
Okay, are the bodies blocking travel?
Yeah. If you drive the vehicle, you're probably going to run over some of them.
Okay. I get out of the vehicle and I throw a solid object, maybe, I don't know, a can or something, or a baseball at the bodies to try to trigger any traps.
Okay. Make a throw check.
Hold on. 10.
Okay, that's very successful. You're throwing it hard, right? Because you want to
Yes.
trigger a trap that might be there.
Yes.
Okay, so the ball basically hits the body and bounces off the body and rolls, basically bounces and goes through the portal to the other side. So now you've announced to whoever's on the other side that you're there. What are you going to do?
Obviously, I didn't intend to do that, Bruce. Come on.
I asked you how hard you threw it. The bodies are laying on the surface of the roadway. They're up near the portal. I don't see why this was confusing. You better do something. Is what I'm telling you.
Okay, I'm gonna back away. Turn the vehicle around if we have to.
Okay. You want you yell at Mike? Are you just saw him throw a baseball at a body, and it bounced over and went through the portal.
I'm gonna have to clarify what the situation is, Bruce.
Okay, just hold on. I'm asking Mike what he is. What?
Okay, Mike is playing Gandalf right now. Well, are we going through or not?
This is what you saw.
All right. Okay.
Are you concerned at all that the ball just went through the portal?
Not in the slightest.
Okay. All right. So he's yelling at you, Ken.
Is that well? Are we going through or not?
Okay. I say I can't. We have to move the bodies, and I don't know if the pirates are.
Well, let's move the bodies then.
Move the bodies.
What?
Okay, now, Bruce, I'm going to have to ask you specifically to understand what situation we're in. You said so. This is the portal on the positive side, and it's going towards 0, right?
That's correct.
Okay, and so we already went through from the negative side and already skipped.
No, you went from positive 1 node onto the fringe path, traveled down it. You're now right outside the portal that would go on to the 0 node, which is where Earth Prime is. Okay, you saw a bunch of bodies laying on the 31-foot wide roadway, okay, that are dressed in IDET uniforms and such, and you took out a baseball, you hurled it at one of the bodies, it hit the body did not explode, and you proceeded to it proceeded to bounce, and because you threw it hard and bounced through the portal. So this ball has just now bounced through the portal and has probably bounced down the ramp. And if anybody was watching, they are alert now of with what you've just done. So any action you're going to be taking is going to have to be fast, because if they know about this, they're probably going to respond pretty quickly.
Okay. Does it seem like it would take me more time to move the bodies or to turn around?
It'd take you a lot more time to move the bodies than to turn around. You mean the vehicle?
Yeah.
Okay, you can turn the vehicle around, or you can slam it into reverse and back up as fast as you can and then turn it around. It's up to you.
I will.
Or Mike, you could jump into the driver's seat and actually take control of the vehicle.
Yeah. Okay.
I say.
Are we getting out of here or what?
I say that's going to alert them. What
Alert
do we do?
who?
The pirates. Do we move the